Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to another 5-minute Star Wars villain story with your Papa Palpatine. Today we are reading the third installment, Star Wars, The Battle of Hoth. I bet this story is going to be very cool. Star Wars, The Battle of Hoth. Deep in the cold reaches of space, the ice planet Hoth orbited a pale sun. The surface of the planet was a frozen wasteland. Nobody lived there. At least, nobody was supposed to live there. And that's what made Hoth the perfect place for the Rebel Alliance to hide from the evil Empire. I wouldn't say we're evil, we're just the Empire. From the helm of his Imperial Star Destroyer, Darth Vader stared grimly out into space. He was looking everywhere for the Rebel Alliance. Vader sent out hundreds of probe droids into space, seeking any sign of the rebels. Soon, the rebels noticed the droids snooping around their base on Hoth. Princess Leia hurried to the command center with Han Solo and his friend Chewbacca to discuss the droid. "Come on, Chewie," Han told his Wookiee co-pilot. "Let's check it out." The droid self-destructed before Han could capture it. But first, it sent a signal back to Darth Vader. The secret Rebel base wasn't a secret anymore. "It's a good bet the Empire knows we're here," Han told Leia. "Look at that wonderful probe droid doing its merry little job." Darth Vader wasted no time. His fleet left for the Hoth system right away. He didn't want to give the rebels a chance to escape. While Vader's Star Destroyer lay in wait in the sky above Hoth, 4 armored Imperial walkers began to make their way across the icy tundra toward the rebel base. Princess Leia ordered the evacuation of the base. Most of the rebels hurried onto transport ships and left immediately. But others remained on Hoth to stand and fight. They would protect the base until everyone else had escaped. Leia stayed with them. She did not want to leave her troops alone. Han Solo stayed with Leia. He did not want to leave her alone. Those silly rebels, look at them. Meanwhile, Luke Skywalker climbed into a snowspeeder and led the squadron of fighter pilots onto the plains of Hoth. They were going to try to fend off the monstrous Imperial walkers. Luke hoped to keep them far away from the base and far away from his friends, Han and Leia. What about his other friends? C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewbacca, all the other rebels. I mean, come on, Luke. You have more friends than that. Luke's squadron tried firing directly at the walkers, but it did no good. "Their armor's too strong for blasters," Luke declared. So they used cables instead, tangling one of the walkers' legs together. It worked. Luke ran underneath another walker. He fired a grappling hook into its belly and pulled himself up underneath it. Then he used his Jedi lightsaber to cut it open. Luke threw a grenade into the walker and dropped back to the ground. Boom! The walker flashed with green sparks and exploded. "I'm not pleased with how this Battle of Hoth is going so far." Alright, come on. But, even as Luke tried to keep the walkers away, the base was taking fire. The floor shook violently. Han and Leia could barely stand up. Then the alert came. Imperial troops are in the base. Imperial troops are in the base. Han grabbed Leia's hand. Come on, Han said. That's it. It's time we go. And it was time to go. Han and Leia ran to Han's ship, the Millennium Falcon. The golden droid C-3PO followed on their heels. Look at the walkers are doing it. They're taking the base. Maybe this is a dark side story after all. Darth Vader personally led his Imperial troops into the now empty Rebel base. As the troops searched for any signs of life, Chewie and Han tried to get the Millennium Falcon started. The engine revved, then choked, and steam billowed everywhere. Would it help if I got out and pushed? Leia said sarcastically. It might, snapped Han. Han and Chewie worked furiously to get the ship running. Leia scowled. They were going to be captured by the Empire unless they could get the Millennium Falcon's engine started. Good, let's capture them already. Just as Han and Chewie were making their final repairs, Darth Vader and a group of stormtroopers entered the hangar where the Millennium Falcon was docked. They opened fire on the ship. Han and Chewie fired back as the engine rumbled to life. See? Han said. Leia just rolled her eyes. Someday you're going to be wrong, Leia told Han, as the ship leapt into the air and rocketed out of the base. And I just hope I'm there to see it. Darth Vader watched angrily as the ship escaped into the sky. Now, Vader, come on. Luke Skywalker watched them go as well. He knew that the Millennium Falcon was the last ship to leave the base. Luke had done his job, and Han and Leia had gotten away. The Rebel Alliance was safe once more. I don't like that story. How is this a villain story? Honestly, why are the villains continuing to fail? Well, join me next time when we read the next story in the 5-minute Star Wars villain stories, and hopefully this one's a little better for the bad guys. Come on! We need a win! We need a win! From the helm of his... Let me try that page again. From the helm of his Imperial Star Destroyer, Darth Vader searched grimly...